Okay guys, JH, welcome back. Okay guys, just a bit of fun here. These are the four models in that range of balls. There's a dozen golf balls here. I'm just going to hit them all, not worry about what they are, and just see how they perform relative to spin against each other. This will be interesting. And guys, there's a dozen golf balls there, and I used to, when I had my teaching facility, Friday afternoon we'd have, skills competition, guys would come around and we'd bet money on shots. And I used to have a shot like here from about 40 yards, and I used to have a standard bet that most of the guys that I could actually hole a shot out of the dozen golf balls. And sometimes there was some really decent money on. And the amount of times, guys, that I actually hold the last ball was amazing, to the extent that my nickname ended up being Last Ball Johnny. Okay, so we're just going to hit these. Now this ball here is the 6-piece ball, I can see it. So we'll see what it is. Let's just see what it does. What a beautiful ball that is. It just runs out a foot from the hole. This is the secondary ball. This is the apex. Beautiful golf ball. Oh, it's got a beautiful click, that ball. Come on, in. There it is, guys. There it is. I told you, I've only got to have... normally I can get it in. Within 12 shots I can get a ball in. And there are times when we used to have what we call the triple bet, where they bring me down to 6 balls instead of 12. And the bets would they'd be 3 to 1. And I had a guy, just digressing, I had a guy there one day. He was a Japanese guy. He had lots of money. Terrific guy. We call him Mickey. He's a terrific guy. Not a good player, but loved golf. And used to spend a lot of time with me when I was pitching. And one day I was going on, he said, "What if I really put the pressure on you? How could you perform?" Because normally, if we bet $50 or $100 or something like that, it was my money. And he said, "What about $1,000 of your money, and I'll put up 3,000." And they were US dollars, because he used to have US dollars with him all the time. And I thought, oh yeah, that's a bit steep. But I knew the green, but he could actually pick the flag, because there was about 4 flags. So we went out, and fortunately he picked a flag that I really liked. And the whole story was it was a dozen golf balls, and he thought the flag was tough, and it was, but I knew the bounce and everything. And the same thing, guys, Scout's Honour. I was 11 balls down. They were all around the hole, but there was just a little corridor, about 6 inches, to get through. And $3,000 was riding on it, and my $1,000. And the last ball just went bang, 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 straight in the hole. He nearly fell off the chair. He couldn't believe it. But you know the interesting thing, guys? I knew I was going to do that, because I completely eliminated everything other than those 2 balls that were basically bridging the hole or gating the hole. There was about a 6-inch little trough through about 5 inches. They were either side of the hole. I thought, all you got to do, JH, is just run it through there. So I picked my landing spot and knocked it in. And he was such a nice guy that I didn't take the 3,000 off him. I only took 1,000. But he was quite prepared, because he used to bring a lot of people in, and he used to bring a lot of expensive Honma clubs in that he'd buy in Japan, and he'd give them to me. Like 7-star drivers, 5-star drivers, which in those days were like $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 each. And he'd just give them to me. He was just such a nice guy. But I did that day. I'll never forget it. So it's never a problem for me to do it. And I guess probably over the years, all the times I've done this, I've done it, hundreds of times. I probably got, out of the 12 balls, I've probably got an 80% record of being able to get one ball in out of the 12. And of course I know what this is going to do here. I know exact yardage. I know where I'm hitting for it. The only problem here is there's a lot of grass here, so you can't really nip the ball. But the whole exercise here, guys, was to test all these golf balls and just see how they work. So clearly that apex ball works very well because that's in the hole. Now you know what that was, guys? That was the hard ball. That was the hard ball. See that? Just 3 hops and stopped. And that was the hard one. And guys, I'm in trouble. I don't want to tell you about all my injuries, but I really smashed my hand up years ago in a race car accident. And my hand went out the window and it got crushed by the side of the car, and it chopped off the top of a couple of fingers and broke all the bones and damaged all the nerves in my hand. And I get occasions where I get this nerve, and it's just like, it just grabs me. It's had it 3 or 4 times today. I was in the coffee shop and I picked up the coffee and it went and I dropped the coffee on the way down. Lucky I know the people pretty well. But guys, and just that shot that I just took back then, I just felt it grab me. So I hope the club doesn't go off in my hand, because it does that. You might think that, JH, you're a terrible race car driver, but the 4 or 5 accidents I had, guys, none of them were my fault. None of them my fault. That one there, I was testing a guy's car for him, and the arm restraints, I used his arm restraints instead of mine, which was silly, and he had a suspension failure in the car going into the corner, flat out. The car just tipped and rolled, but his arm restraints, mine were really close, his were longer off his harness, and my hand just got out the window because you had the window down, and it was just outside, and it just got my hand on the roof. But that was just careless. I should never have driven it without my harness and my arm restraints. But it was a suspension failure in the car, because he said the car felt funny in the front. He said, have a drive, JH. Yeah, funny, all right. Now that was a hard ball, guys. It's quite a nice feel. And it's very hard to nip the ball here because there's too much grass here. I nipped that. Oh, I nipped that too much. Absolutely killed that. A lot of spin on that. That was a 6-piece ball. And if you're really, I thought I could run that through the fringe there, but there's just too much bite on that. Absolutely. That had teeth. That's a chance. Come on. Oh. And what's the most I've ever holed out of 10 golf balls? 4. I've knocked in 4 out of a dozen. Ooh. That's the electric shock, guys. There was only a little bit there, but I felt as I took it back, that was awful. Ooh, I thought that was going to bite me. That's why my hand came off. Come on, kick left, come on. Pressure's off, I've already put the ball in the hole. But these balls they all feel great. None of them feel demonstrably different to the other. They feel really nice. Okay, so concentration back on. Oh, nip that. Ooh, come on, go in, go in. That was a 6-piece ball. That's the click. That's the old 384 Pro Traj for you guys. Might be my vintage. Played that ball back in the 80s. That had amazing click when you hit it. That ball's got the same. That's the ball I'll play. This is the soft one. I can see that because of the colour of the numbers. Come on, come on. That is a very soft ball, guys. I reckon that, from a compression point of view, it'd probably only be about 40. I don't think I can hit any more, guys. My hand is really going to give me trouble. Breaking down. Old JH is falling apart. Come on, kick left. Come on. Come on. Might as well hit the last one. But guys, I could play with any of these balls. Come on, come on, come on. So guys, that was just an interesting little exercise. To be able to hit all those golf balls. They all feel great. Every one of them feels fantastic. Just really nice golf balls. I could play with any one of them. I think that speed ball, to have a speed ball, something that's really long and have feel, boy, that's the holy grail of golf balls. Because I've never seen a speed ball that had any feel, that would stop. Every one of those golf balls stops, look. There's hard ball, soft ball, intermediate ball, and six-piece ball. They've all got grab and great feel. Okay guys, just a little demonstration and exhibition of how good these Forte golf balls are. Forte Golf, you've got a winner on your hands. These are brilliant golf balls, absolutely brilliant. I'll be playing with them from now on.